sound of the police. That's the sound of the police. Oh. You know, I'm a musical jukebox by nature. Like
I literally was about to say one thing about Milan. She's gonna have a song for us every week.
Okay, chief vibe officer.
You know, I really love that phrase, girl. I'm finna coin that. Would you say chief officer? What? Chief what?
Chief vibe officer.
Yeah. What would that be? The CVO?
No.
Yes.
Oh, I like that. I'm a CVO hose. Now that's too close to OVO hose. We gotta
You know what?
we gotta reel it back in. But what's up, y'all? What's up? Another episode of our favorite podcast in the whole entire world, Reasonable Dialogue Podcast. What episode are we on now? Officially? Episode 8, I believe?
Yes. 8. My favorite number.
Shout out to the number. Angel numbers actually is what people call them. So I love a good 8. I love a good 7. You know, we are in the 7th month. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of good energy with the month of July. But before we get into it, I go by the name of DJ Miss Milan.
I'm Young Sneed.
It's your girl Jazz.
Yeah, man. So
welcome to the condo.
Yeah.
Come in. Take your shoes off. Put that nasty mac and cheese over there in the corner. Light that blunt right there. Spark it up. That's good. Nah.
Speaking of nasty mac and cheese, my parents went to a cookout on the 3rd and brought back the worst fucking mac and cheese I ever had. I was so disappointed because it looked so good. And I was just like...
And it tasted nasty?
Girl, how are you black and can't make mac and cheese? Like, are we good? We're losing her. And the person who made it was old. Good. So it's like, you're not losing the recipe. Like, maybe you was just losing it. Because, damn.
Now is you cool to the mac and cheese? I'm dead.
Is we cool?
I sound like a big bag right now, but damn, that shit was
nasty. No. There has been a conversation recently around like mac and cheese. Like, do you make it like the old school way or the newer way? Like, I don't know if y'all be seeing that on like TikTok or online. I guess like people now be saying people make mac and cheese way too new. Like for them, like where's the carbonated milk?
I think it's because the grandmas is the babies. So
no, this couple in particular is actually old. Okay, they not the babies.
Okay, so that's the other side. It's the other side of when you do get older, you start to lose it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie. You know, shout out to my granny. I love you, but sometimes like I'd be like, "Where the salt at, sis?"
Girl,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I love you. I love you. Don't get it twisted. But come on, we need a little saison. You know what we doing?
Okay. You know? Heavy-handed on the pepper.
But it does happen though. It's either they too young to know the recipes or they too old and they forgetting the recipes. But it's up to us, y'all, to uphold the I guess what is it? The family cookout.
Listen,
stand
I am in charge of the mac and cheese every holiday, so we good in this household.
Okay. How you make your mac and cheese? Is it like...
I was just about to ask that.
So I do mine with the roux. I make a roux from scratch.
Oh, she's fancy as fuck, a roux.
Yeah. And then I put cheese in the roux on top of layering it with cheese, like actual shredded cheese. So make the roux with a bunch of seasonings, heavy cream, a bunch of different kind of cheeses. Let that all melt together. Then you do like you pour the roux into the noodles so that the noodles get all like sauced up. Then you put a layer of noodles, cheese, bake it, let it crust on top, put a little bit of seasoning on top. And it should be chef's kiss, you feel me? But yeah, I love making mac and cheese. It's one of my specialties.
It sounds amazing. It sounds good. I will be farting a lot. I'm letting you know.
Same.
That's the indication that I know is actually working.
You just took me down a memory lane during our homegirl check-in. Do you remember the homegirl mac and cheese night? I feel like you've had my mac and cheese, yarn. Or did I make something?
Oh, wait. I think I did. I don't know if I had your mac and cheese. I know you made me chicken before.
I don't think I've made mac and cheese since that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Big prayer.
Yeah, I don't think I was there for that then.
Oh my God.
Damn, I'm jealous now. What the fuck?
I got you. Our next check-in, I'm gonna make stuff.
I was literally gonna say we need to do like homegirls link up and do a spread.
Well, the only spread that I do is my cheeks, and my legs. That's about it. But I can
You
bring the
can bring
vibes
the vibes and the
and the
southern,
energy.
okay?
Yes. I'll bring the ginger beers. I'll even provide the liquor. You know what I'm saying? I'll even bring the ounce of weed for those weed smokers. But me, I am not, honestly, I'm not a chef in the kitchen. Like, I cook for me.
Really?
Yeah. And
No
you know what?
judgment. No judgment.
And I thank you for that, because I really had to be real with myself and say, you know what? In this journey of decentering men, I don't gotta know how to fucking cook, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really have to know how to chef it up unless I really want to be a chef. You know what I'm saying? Unless I really want to like be like Emerald Lagasse in the kitchen. But I work so much that by the time I do even get home to like cook, I'm just trying to put something together just to give my body something. And so I don't gotta like, you know what I'm saying, do some Uber eat shit. So I told myself my next relationship, my man definitely gotta cook because I can't do the cooking all the time. Like, I'll give us food, you will enjoy it, you know, but it's not gonna be often. I'm gonna be real, it's not gonna be often. So yeah, he gotta come with the plates and the recipes.
I love that. I will say I could chef it up. Like I would probably if I could give myself a score, I would give myself maybe like an 8 out of 10. I'm
Oh, that's
cooking.
great.
Yeah, like maybe like an 8 out of 10, but I would consider myself more a baker. I'm the baker of the family. Shout out to my aunt, God rest her soul, because she
Mm.
was the sweets person and she gave me some of her recipes. But I think I've always just genuinely enjoyed making sweets and seeing my family's reaction to it. I don't know, there's some type
Mhm.
of weird satisfaction for that. Like my mom would always want my peanut butter cookies or my chocolate chip cookies, my brownies, or
Ah.
my strawberry cupcakes. And I just love doing that. So anytime it's like a function or something, like I'm bringing the sweets.
Now, baking is an art form. Like, I watch a good baking show over a cooking show. Like, I really enjoy the
Mm,
baking show. It's definitely a science to baking that cooking is not too much in that lane, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make sure you have the certain degrees and certain ingredients for like your flambe or whatever the fuck they call them shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, the
yeah.
shit gotta rise at a certain degree. You know, it's like it's different. Like, you could burn the chicken and still eat it. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to try some jazz treats and infusing it with
Mm.
some, THC.
Yep. Already there. Already there.
I love that. I love that. Love that. That
And
is
speaking
fire,
of spreads, how was y'all July 4th?
man. Fuck this country. That's where I'm at with it. But besides the holidays that we don't even want to celebrate, because what independence do we really have as a people? I would say that I wasn't even in the country to celebrate it. So my opinion on it was very not valid because I wasn't here for it. How was y'all's though?
I enjoyed my time off. I really did relax.
Mm.
Pedicure, took time to get my hair did. Middle part bust down is back.
Yes.
I know that's
Like,
right.
Wait, we all know the inches.
the inches, we're doing about 20 right now.
Yes, love that for you, sister.
No, thank you, because that's what I did. I really poured into myself. It's been a long time coming. Hair, nails, took care of that. Was outside with the bad man, That was fun. Got into some fun things outside a little bit, but other than that, I relaxed. The homegirl threw her boyfriend a surprise birthday party.
Aw.
I will genuinely say, like, I really for the summer and beyond, it feels so good to be in New York right now. Like, this is the community that I've been feeling and even felt after today was just really one of one. So shout out to them, throw them a surprise birthday party. We all paid a huge role into it because we didn't want to like mess it up. Nobody wanted to spoil it. Like we all made sure we try to make sure we were on time.
Mm.
So and that was just good to see. I just love Black love and I just love Black community, us coming together for something like that. So that's what I did. What about you, y'all?
I actually, similar to you, I just enjoyed my time off, to be honest. I didn't have anybody's cookouts to go to. I was very disappointed about that. But I did get a lot of sleep. I haven't really been sleeping like that. So I think like Saturday, I woke up at like 1:30. I was actually a little disgusted with myself with how late I slept, but I ain't give a fuck if we have to be
Girl, you work
honest.
hard. It's okay.
Listen, I woke up like the Mr. Cram meme though, like damn. 1:30? Ew. But I had a good weekend though. Like I ran a lot of errands with my mom, like I usually do. I went to the pool a couple times, and that was really fun. I haven't been to the pool yet this summer.
I love a good pool
Well,
day.
yeah, I had 2 good pool days. The first day the pool was empty, so we had the whole pool to ourselves. But yeah, it's nothing crazy. I actually really didn't do much this weekend. Just enjoying not having to work.
Same, same. Because to Milan's point, like, what independence are we really celebrating?
I mean, hello. But
I will say though, I
we
do
shall
really like.
overcome.
I need some cookout friends. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I think
True.
you know what it is. Like as you get older, you start to realize why community has always
Yes.
been important. Like
Mhm.
it's really like my thought process of when I was younger and even if it wasn't necessarily like a holiday, like my grandmother would be known for like throwing the backyard barbecues. It would be like
Same.
once a year, annually,
Yep.
summertime barbecue in August. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nice and hot. The chairs is all lined up in the driveway, and you got the DJ in the back. You got the coolers with the Heineken and the Guinness and the red stripes and the food on the fucking the little the pan things that be heating up the food and shit like that. Like it used to be so fun seeing different neighbors pop out. You know what I'm saying? Giving them to go plates. Like we don't have that. Like the kids running in the street having a good time. Because I used to live on a dead end block, so it was always like
Mm.
a fun time growing up as a kid because there was hardly any cars coming in and out of the block, and my
Mm.
block personally had like a lot of kids growing up, so we all grew up together. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's kind of sad knowing this type of generation where y'all don't even go outside. Like y'all don't even get cuts on your knees for climbing the trees anymore. Like it's just so crazy. But I feel you on that, y'all. Like I really want to, because I think about like wanting to like go to like my friend's house who's having a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
let me bring something. Let me enjoy myself. And it's at that age where I do also want to be a part of that and also have that for myself. Like I wouldn't mind having a family, of course, on grounds of it being equally and mutually agreed upon, but I do still have that idea of family being me and my husband and my kids, and what I'm saying, my nieces and my nephews linking with their cousins, and we have the what I'm saying, our family friends type shit. Like I still desire things like that too.
The other thing too I've been thinking about is we have these conversations a lot and I see them pop up a lot on social media. And as we get older, the other thing I'm realizing is we have to be the cookout friend.
Yes. Yes. I was gonna say that. Like that's
Like
the
we
thing.
have to be that. Yeah.
We got to take the initiative and be like, hey, even if it's just like 5 of us, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we got a little rooftop. Let's pop out. Let's do something.
Yeah. I have a friend that sent the invite today that just reminded me for a picnic next week. And I RSVP'd immediately because I'm like, yes, this is brilliant.
Oh,
Like,
I would love to do a picnic with y'all.
yes.
That would be so
Oh,
cute.
yes, the reasonable dialogue picnics. That would be so fire.
It
See, I keep
would.
telling y'all, we have so many dope ideas for our community and just you know, group settings and shit like that. Like, this is gonna be really fun. I literally would love to do a picnic, like a reasonable dialogue picnic. That would be fire.
It's
That'd be
coming.
fire. It's
Coming soon.
coming. It's happening. It's happening. Come on
Ooh.
now. But yeah, man. What a 4th of July weekend that we are experiencing in 2025.
Yes. Nice, cool girl check in.
But some things did happen over the weekend. As we know, it's a lot going on in these streets. I've been overseas, but I'm back. And I literally am like only in motherfucking America, of course. I don't know about
Man.
y'all. I feel like we should get the bag plague out the way and just talk about this Diddy trial because your man's is not guilty on 2 of the, I believe, more important accounts. than anything. And I don't know, he's supposed to be sentenced soon. I don't know if they ever brought that out yet, but yeah, it for me personally, I feel like it's been a sad day for women when that verdict came out, just because women of all walks of life, whether you are a nun or a fucking streetwalker, still get disrespected the same way. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Mm,
really sad at the fact that although there were witnesses, and not only women, but there were also men that, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
dealt at the hands of somebody who, at this moment in time, to be completely real with you, should be celebrated as one of the greatest contributors to hip hop and music and entertainment, you know, but
mhm.
these niggas always stain their reputation because of the fucking monsters that they really are at the end of the day, you know. And it was really sad for me personally to see how people kind of were so quick to just be on the side of him because he was, you know, not found guilty for two other charges. And it's like, you see, I told you Diddy wasn't. It's like all your fucking, I had to block and unfollow and just be like, nah, I can't believe y'all don't have no compassion. Like, the world is lacking humanity at the most highest levels. And I'm just disappointed in it. I'm disappointed in this being the reality of people who we, you know, us being in the entertainment field, you know,
Mm.
majority of us look up to a Diddy and his accomplishments, but to know that you are actually a terrible person, like, that's very disheartening. And it's really, really even more sad for the victims that have to deal with that and actually relive all of this and kind of, in a way, not get justice all the way through, you know? So I was just really, really pissed off about that. But how y'all feel about this stupid ass Diddy shit?
I
Well,
think.
I guess we could start with like what actually the verdict was, right? So
Yeah.
Mm,
so for count one, racketeering and conspiracy, not guilty. Count two, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, not guilty. Count three, transportation to engage in prostitution, guilty. Count four, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, not guilty. And count five, transportation to engage in prostitution, guilty.
mm,
I don't know.
Mm.
I guess, like, I'm not going to lie. I feel like, and I actually see Mouse, if for those who aren't familiar, Mouse Jones, he's another really well known media personality, podcast host. He does all the things. Yeah, I posted if they were more focused on the actual shit that he did rather than his sex life, we probably would have got a different verdict, because I do feel like there was definitely a case against him. I just don't feel like they effectively brought it to court.
Mm.
And I agree with that. I feel
Yeah.
like the case became
yeah.
like this, like, freaked out, here's all the crazy shit he
Yes.
did, rather than like,
Mm-hmm.
here's all the like illegal shit that he did.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
So considering that, that's actually why I tapped out of it, because it's just like, so we're just gonna see sex stories. Like, this is
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
okay. I don't actually care to know this information.
And not just sex stories too. It's like, okay, we just go hear all these high profile names and all these
Yeah.
assumptions just go keep floating around. And I think that overall clouded the judgment of not only like the public perception, but like even the jury too. Like I feel like
Mm.
all of that played a role in this.
Because the jury was majority men.
And Gen Xers too.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that's us also something that needs to be talked about when we really kind of. Some I ain't gonna lie, some of the reactions were fucking insane. Like
Yeah.
the baby oil outside the courtroom
Oh,
headline
I'm sorry.
threw me for
Like,
a
what
fucking
is the
loop.
reason? What
Like
is
you
the
don't got
reason?
nothing else.
Some of y'all gotta get put down
Literally,
today.
like in the back now. Like
Literally, you had a baby oil soiree in front of the fucking courtroom. And the funny part is, one of the people who were like leading in that shit was one of the bloggers who was like keeping up with the case. And that's the unfortunate part, is that people get their information more so from these bloggers and the blogs that we have, like your, you know, stupid ass shade rooms and shit like that. And the misinformation gets spread way more than the actual facts. And then stupidity like this just makes it a mockery for the victims that had to unfortunately go through this shit and relive this shit. It's like, that's just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Crazy, insane, not only baby oil, you niggas was doing push-ups outside the courtroom. Like, I ain't never seen an episode of the Boondocks come to life so fast.
Yo, facts. Facts.
So fast. And I hate that our culture sometimes becomes like this, like, like costume. Like, I literally felt like I was watching like an episode of the Boondocks when I was seeing like that stuff, you know? And I think it's just also sad that people are going to use this as an excuse just to be more ignorant when it comes to these conversations around is, violence, not only against women, but people,
People in general, yeah.
This whole trial was literally just about, it's so much, but at the core of it was just like violence and a person who literally just has the power to do whatever they want because of enablers, whatever, how you want to see it. But it's really insane to see, especially with the political climate already that we have.
Right.
So it's just another layer of just like, okay, so these menace to society can just keep being menaced. However, I do think moments like this do cause for a shakeup and a disruption. And I do feel like there is some silver lining that is coming. We may not see it yet, but I do think there is going to be some type of justice, like in the end, as crazy as it may sound. Like, because I just don't feel like I have to take it there, but I just don't feel like the God I serve is going to allow.
Not the God I serve.
God I serve is just going to allow just this fucking.
We praying on your downfall, bitch. You must go down.
Like, nah, something is definitely going to shake up. Something is definitely going to get reset because I don't know. The political climate right now for me is just very, 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 very interesting. And I hope people are just still staying and seeing the light. Because I feel like information like this can only make it a little bit, more harder to see that light. On top of everything else that has been toxic that we can get into later. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Fuck anybody that support that shit. Because even regardless, we seen the video you beating Cassie. Like, she was absolutely nothing. We seen the video, my nigga. And then you try to gaslight and manipulate us coming out with, first it was I didn't do it, it's false. Then it's I apologize, I was depressed. And you niggas is always abusive and depressed. I don't understand. Like, go get fucking help, But I just pray for Cassie, also the other victims that took the stand and said their piece of what happened to them as well. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But as long as you have fools who don't have really anything to look forward to except like trying to be in the shoes of people that are rich and don't care by any means necessary, you're always going to have people that support people like Diddy, R. Kelly. I put them in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? Abusers, point blank period. You're hurting people. That's it. You're an abuser. So no ifs, ands, or buts. Put a fucking knife in it.
I do also want to just close out by saying, like, I really do commend all of the people who essentially shared their stories and testimonies for their bravery, because I feel like just considering how long this went on, I can't imagine how anxiety, like,
oh yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that shit would like fuck me up having to get up on the stand and face that nigga and share all the things that he did. And I feel like I just commend them for being brave enough to do that. And I think too, like, I hate that they went through all of that and had to relive all of that just for him to be found not guilty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that is humiliating and frustrating. But yeah, Hope they keep their head up because, yeah, we support them. I support victims.
I always support victims.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd
Yeah.
rather be wrong about a nigga
Right, that part.
than to be on the wrong side of history on some shit. Like, I don't know, nigga. We're gonna have to prove that you didn't do it. Shit, like like somebody said, men need to start off in jail and prove their way out. Oh shit, but yeah, man. Anyways, so the weekend has been hot as well. Have you guys heard about what's going on with Essence Fest?
A little tea, but I would really love to get into it because I know it's hot.
I really don't know what the hell's going on in the Essence Fest. A lot is happening though, just because they are having it around 4th of July weekend is currently going on. I think today was the last day, right? Yeah, it was the last day. It's like a weekend thing or whatever. So they were supposed to have a full lineup of different artists performing. But one of the things that I do know that has been kind of, well, a few things actually that's been holding, I guess, people not really like going towards Essence Fest like they once was number one Target still being a major sponsor. I mean, there's some qualms and like ifs and ands and like other points besides that, because if you are locked in contract wise, it may be a little difficult to break ties, but at the same time it's like, what are you going to stand for? You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that's happening, and also the lack of representation from the New Orleans people themselves. A lot of people have been saying like they don't actually reach out, to the culture and the community that's there, which is understandable if you're going to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of happens to us in a way in the industry. Is like, certain people do certain things, but you don't tap in with them. You know what I'm saying? You tap in with like the influencers that you think have numbers are going to have a bigger reach. Whereas like maybe the quote unquote smaller creatives out there, they can still do very much so create impact just as much. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things going on with that. And also, Lauryn Hill and her showing up and literally performing till 4 a.m. has been like one of the trending topics online. But I don't know, man. Do you guys think Essence Fest is losing its spark? I mean, I
do.
think it's a festival.
Yeah, I also seen someone from New Orleans say like a lot of the way they treat local vendors and raise the prices unnecessarily is very crazy, and they really feel like if they don't change in the next 2 years, they don't really see it being a full festival and experience. And I hate to use this term, but recession indicator. Uh, I do. I hate to go there, but I do feel like a little bit of this has to do with that in a sense. But I also found it funny that somebody said SFS needs the Red Lobster CEO because shout out to him, because I've also been using him as a case study at work. Like the way he has flipped the script for Red Lobster is insane. I think every major food beverage brand would ever need to be looking at the Red Lobster account. But it's a good point though, because also what she's saying is that the one thing that's genius and brilliant about the Red Lobster CEO is like he's clearly tapped into culture and supply and demand of what people want, and made sure that that was going to be implemented in this new season era of Red Lobster. You can see it, you can feel it, like it has a whole new face mask. And I think that's what's needed with Essence Fest. Like I really think Essence Fest to a point got a little like too commercial, if that makes sense. Like it almost started to feel as it grew and progressed like, yeah, we're for, and hey, don't bite my head off, Essence, because I'm open to work. But it did start to just give a little feel of like, we're black, but we're this black. Like, and I think subconsciously, like, I don't know, that could make certain people groups feel excluded. I don't
That's
think
fair.
that's their intentions. I don't think that's their intentions. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like they started to give off that, oh, somebody go bite my head off, but I'm gonna just take it. That blavity type of feel.
I thought that's where you're going
Know
with
what I'm
this.
saying?
I figured that's where you're going with this. But yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like, and
I've never been to anything blavity. What the hell's that?
It's basically the uppity blacks. Is what she's trying to imply. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like blavity is, they started off as like I feel like a huge like platform for Black creatives, especially within the news arena. Like when blavity was like first popping off, and then like they started like Afrotech and things like that. But over the years, like, Blavity even started to get a lot of complaints about the way not only they treated their employees, but their way of communicating to the community, you know. Um, but yeah, so it's crazy that Blavity has become this term that I use to describe these blacks.
Well, speaking of blavity blacks, the blavity black Drake. And he finally dropped a new single. How do y'all feel about that?
What a segue. Wow.
I'm sorry. I saw the opening. I had to.
No, that was cold. That was cold. You know what, my good sis? I took one listen and that was that.
You know what's crazy? I'm not going to hold y'all. I actually like the track. I'm not even mad at it. I feel like it's poorly timed, if anything, because it's like, all right, nigga, like, we're over this being like, pack it up.
That's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think I'm just kind of over the context of the.
Yeah, same. But I will say, like, the song itself, I think it's fire. I also like the transition. I thought the transition was fire. The second half of the song was really dope. I like the cadence that he took on that. Like, I thought it was a dope song. It's just like, all right, but I don't want to hear about this anymore.
Yeah, like we're dragging this out at this point. Like, can we please stop? But I agree with you. The transition is hard. And I will say, it like every time he does like shit like this, like when it's actually like decent and good, it makes me go back to all his old shit. So
fair.
like I've been listening to like Nothing Was Just like low.
That's gonna be on jazz set lists.
No.
Like, wow, y'all on Drake's side? Bet.
Yo.
But
that's the thing though. Like I'm past being on sides.
I agree.
Like,
I don't give a fuck.
I never started on sides, to be honest.
Yeah.
The truth is what it's always been. Kendrick outdid you on all levels when it came to this rap battle. And unfortunately, you took shit left. You played your white man card, going and taking it to the fucking courts, suing for the same system that you benefit from.
Hello.
And it's like all you had to do was do what everyone was saying, which is just, yo, relax a bit, chill out, take a little breather, go on vacation with a beautiful big booty bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Go be a dad, nigga.
Go
like,
be a dad. Like, do something.
You're
like,
a father.
You're a father. Like, do something constructive outside of the music. Let us really miss you for real. I'm telling you, if Drake would have took a good 6 months ghost on niggas, not even on no pussy shit. Like, cause sometimes people gotta understand chess is how you play.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to relax. Like, don't over exhaust yourself trying to still keep up. Like, you lost. Every great has lost before. Jay-Z lost. Motherfucking Michael Jordan lost. Like, everybody lost at a point in time who's great. That's the only way you know how to literally
LeBron
learn.
lost.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be so prideful and so egotistical that you continue to damage yourself. And the only reason why these artists continue to do this shit is because their fan bases, like, their fan bases are so stuck on hyping them up, even when they're fucking on the ropes. Like, this nigga is dying, and you niggas is still like, Jesus Christ, let this nigga get a break. Like, be real, so you could really get the real artist that you really deserve. But y'all niggas just want to be dick suckers and number watchers and statistic throwers, and that's about it. Like, that's all y'all do this shit for.
I low-key felt like even if the fans weren't doing that, Drake for me gives that he would still, because he's so egotistical in the way that he carries himself. I feel like
Yeah.
even if he had somebody around him saying like, "Nigga, can you just chill?" He would be like, "No, I have to put out another song." Because that's what his music is giving. It's like, here's one more. Like, I forgot who was talking about that. I was an interview about that shit where it's just like, I think T-Pain did an interview talking about how he feels like Drake keep just popping up, but here's one more, but here's one more, here's one more. What about this one? And it's just like, nigga, they're not working.
Yeah.
Literally. It's that Young Money syndrome. And I also think too, I also think the like the extra like salt on top of this is not only the fact that like Kendrick literally destroyed you and a hip hop beef. He had not even arguably the best year for a entertainer in 2024. Like arguably, not even arguably, had one of the best years an entertainer has ever seen. From the records that were set to the moves that were made, it's like it just added another layer to why you should have went into a hole in the North Pole for 6 months and just hibernated and got yourself together and came out refreshed. But
Exactly. These niggas, man.
Young Money will Young Money.
I can't.
Bring back Shane.
And the thing is, like, niggas really did used to have good music. Like, you know, like.
But the thing is, I feel like he still has good music.
He has good music. I don't want to say he doesn't.
Yeah,
No,
it's just like, I think we're talking about this beef though. It's like, pack it up. Like, oh my God, nigga.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's over. Like,
yes.
And it's like, it's almost to the point now where it's like, you are inflicting wounds upon yourself now. Like, damn.
That's literally what it is, to be honest. You're literally creating a wound for yourself. And you don't need to do that. So, anyways, man.
Praise up for that, brother.
Shout out to the boy.
Boy. Drake got so many nicknames. The Boy, Champagne Poppy.
Drake,
Drizzy. Boy, please.
He, what's that other name he got? Anita Max? Whatever that shit is. Anita Max Swing. It's that stupid viral video where he's sitting down. He has on like the jersey and the glasses. Like, Anita Max Swing, something like that. I don't know, man. Fuck it.
I'm dead. Well, one thing we can say about Drake though, that he gonna make sure he on somebody's top 10 most streamed something.
He should be though. Like, he should be. I'm not even gonna debate that. And I think that's also like, I feel like I'm not gonna pick a side, because I feel like to pick a side is to deny
his greatness.
Like literally.
Yeah, I agree.
Deny his legacy. And it's just like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what he did. I am not denying that nigga literally, like, his legacy is insane. Yes, he's a bit cooked now, but he had an insane run. And like, the way niggas be trying to act like he didn't, it's like, can y'all just stop with the version? Like, y'all be trying to rewrite history every other fucking business day. Like, please. But yeah, shout out to Drake. Hopefully, he comes back from the dead.
No, literally.
I don't think he did, but he just gotta take a break. Yeah.
No, not take a break. No, he do. But he was
take a break. That should be the next. No, go ahead.
I will say, I did see some like reaching ass tweets about everything, because I think his next album is supposed to be called Iceman, and niggas was like, that's so out of touch. Iceman, like, y'all are so extra, please.
My God. And it's gonna have an ugly. No, let me stop. Oh, I do not use the word ugly. Let me stop. But
I'm not gonna lie, that shit also had me tweaking. I was like, yo, y'all are reaching for real.
And the thing is, they reaching for any fucking thing.
Iceman, like, really? I mean, niggas are calculated, but I'm not putting that on that.
Right.
Nigga. Like, come on now. That's a lot. Until he shows us that's what that is. Like,
I think the other thing too, that the guns in the video, niggas are saying like, that's so out of touch. Like, okay.
Listen, he's a gunman.
No, he is. His songs also have made it to the top 10 most streamed songs in Apple Music history.
What number he came in?
He came in at number 3, God's Plan.
Oh, wow.
Also came in at number 6 with One Dance.
Ain't
And
that
at
one
number
bad?
7 with Sicko Mode.
Mm.
With Travis Scott.
Was it No Guidance with him too?
No
No
Guidance too.
guidance,
Yes, my bad, my bad. Thank you, sis. Yes, and No Guidance. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Damn.
hmm So again, I mean, we can't deny his impact and legacy.
No, of
Mm.
course
We
not.
never will, and we definitely won't hear. We may make jokes, but
The jokes will always be made no matter what. Let's just
Okay.
say.
because I love a Kiki. But I'm not gonna lie, definitely was bumping that Wu Tang forever today. I said, you know what?
Yeah, like
You
you got some
got some
gems.
stuff.
You
You
got
got
some
some
gems.
stuff.
You got some. So it's okay to take a little break. We could survive off of that. Look at Rihanna. She ain't never gonna put out another album, but we can save this, the savory tastiness from fucking anti. We still eating off of that.
How would y'all feel if Rihanna put out a new project? Or why do y'all feel like she's not putting out new music, rather? It's a better question.
Well, I think she's in a different place of life, honestly. Like, she's a mother, she runs other businesses that probably satisfy her. I feel like
Mm.
she found, because when you passionate about some shit, like, you're gonna always do it. That's just my opinion. Like Beyonce, for instance, not comparing them, of course not, but it's like you could tell Beyonce's so passionate about performing because you would not be putting out all these fucking albums and like niggas could still thrive off of Dangerously in Love if they want to be real. You know what I'm saying? She could do a Dangerously in Love tour. Niggas would still go and see that fucking shit.
Yeah.
So it's like Rihanna, I feel like she's passionate about being a powerhouse, a businesswoman. Like, the music now is secondary. And maybe that's what the plan was to like get the music to get out. And she got out.
Yeah, I was literally going to say that as well. The older I get in the ways that I envision myself as a mother and think about like motherhood, lifestyle changes, and as someone who loves Rihanna and also is inspired by her motherhood journey, I sometimes think and start to even process like, was this intentional for her? Like, did she plan this? Like, did she say, like, you know what? I'm actually going to put out a body of work every single year for like 4 years. There was a point in time where Rihanna was back to back to back to back. And it was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? But it was good too. And it was a different it was a different look. And I always remember that time. So now, as a young woman that is in her young 30s, navigating life, career, experiences never experienced before, you do start to really, and I even think about my own mother. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Okay, it's starting to click. It's kind of like that saying when your mama told you, like, you don't hear me now, but you gonna hear me when you get older. It's like, no, I'm starting to have those type of moments, and that's kind of how I feel with the Rihanna situation. Like, I don't know, part of me feels like it maybe was intentional to have it like this. I also think too, we also got to take in consideration, like the partner God aligned her with. Like, I don't think that was, out of the ordinary. I think that was like written in both their stories, and I think when you see both their journeys and, how they were friends in the beginning, and started off and they had to circle back, come back to each other, I think all of that has played a role into, us not receiving the music that we want. And I don't really think it's a bad thing, but
I don't think so either.
yeah, if she was to drop it, I'd be right here, like right here, stream on, like ready.
Also, for me personally, I also wonder to what degree someone that, like an artist of her caliber, doesn't necessarily want to drop music, considering the streaming landscape is not the same as it was when she was releasing previously, and I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know, like granted, I feel like we're gonna stream Rihanna because it's Rihanna, but I also feel like it's not gonna be as received well as it was during her era.
Mm.
And it's like it almost like even if it is a great album, it would almost be like a waste because it's not gonna be received in the way that it would have been during the Rihanna era. Granted, she's still in the era, but I don't think it's a music era.
I hear you. I hear you.
And like for some, like I don't know why, but I feel like that is to me that's part of the reason. Like I feel like it's just in a different time, and I feel like her catalog is so goaded that it's like, why would I even like? I don't have to give y'all anything else.
Yeah.
Completely different um genre, completely different type of artist, still a megastar in that sense. But I've been having those same feelings when it comes to my girl Cardi B's next project because I do feel like when we got Invasion of Privacy, that was like the height of the streaming era. Like I
Mm.
remember like everybody posting Invasion of Privacy. I remember that in Control. Like, I feel like those were like some of the last like two albums from like the streaming era. Like, of course, we've had great albums since, like, still do well, but like from that 2016, like 18 era, I remember Invasion of Privacy having such a huge impact, and I've just been wondering, like, is it still going to hit the same? Like I'm seeing her still do the marketing for Outside, and I think it's great. I love that she's with the DSPs. She's playing into the lyrics and the NBA, metaphors and things like that. And I
Mhm.
love that she's getting all that tied in. But there's this part of me that's just like, am I the drama going to receive like the listening just do and that is supposed to? Because we in a different era since 2016. Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
already. Um, and I don't
I
know.
think to that point too. I can't even believe it's been 5 years. Like I found out it's been 5 years since she dropped that project. It's like, damn, 5 years.
Hmm.
I am crying. But I mean, if you think about it, SZA did the same thing though. She did take a
Hmm.
5-year break and then she dropped her latest what's the name of it again? I forgot what it's called.
SOS.
Yes, SOS. She dropped it 5 years later, which now is almost, I believe, or as equally, I don't want to start rumors. I'm gonna double check fact that, but her album being as successful as Control.
Oh yeah, SOS was a shift for sure. Even despite how you may have felt about the lyrics and the content on it, like I'm still shook that it didn't really receive the Grammy accolades it was supposed to receive that year.
SOS.
Yeah, SOS. Like, I still think SOS should have got album of the year that year. We know how the Grammys do, but I still would. That was,
Oh yeah. I
yeah, that
agree.
was. It was like what? Like you couldn't go nowhere without SOS not being, discussed. And I think again, it goes to a break can play in your favor. If you play it right.
Yeah, but
But
I also think there's something to be said about the brilliance of TDE
Yes, yes, very true. Very
because
true.
they don't fucking miss.
At all. They really don't.
but as that would be pertaining to Cardi B's album, I think for me personally, I'm not as excited as anyone else, or I'm not excited. Speaking for myself, I'm not really excited because I don't think her break was her what's the word? Her time of not producing any album or whatever and just doing like singles, like
Hmm.
because of the oversaturation of the singles and the fact that the singles weren't like super duper hits or even memorable. Like the most one that we would know was probably Up, WAP, you know what I'm saying? But the other ones that she was dropping, there was like hit or misses. You know what I'm saying? Like you do enough of those, it's like, yeah, because you have a strong fan base and people fuck with you, they're gonna support you, but the music isn't memorable. So now your album that you're supposed to be putting out no one's really going to care. And the fact that I personally think she's not putting it out, and of course, with her fam, the Barty gang, please don't attack us. Well, me specifically,
Mhm.
I'm just stating my opinion. I just feel like she was nervous to drop the sophomore album.
Mm.
I think it has more to do with her insecurities in dropping it than it being a life experience. Because to be real with you, right now you got all the life experience, honey. You got
Yeah.
married. Now you divorcing this toxic nigga. You got 3 kids by him. You out and about with the new nigga, or y'all broke up now, allegedly. Like whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be, you now have experience to talk about that shit and to put it into some body of work, because that's what you did the first time around. So
Yeah.
there's really no hold up in that.
I would even say too, like, I don't personally feel like Invasion of Privacy was a thematic project. Like, I feel like for me, it felt more like a playlist of hits
Yeah.
rather than a project that had like a specific theme and concept and everything was cohesive. So it's like, considering that, like, girl, you could do that shit again. It's not like you put it together some kind of like cohesive experience. Like, you should literally put together another project of hits and have the same type of success again.
With the features you want too, because that was
Yeah.
another thing with Invasion of the Privacy is the features she had and the fact that she was able to access all those heavy hitters at the same time around the time she has this, huge digital viral social buzz. So that was another thing as well. No, but I also feel like because of the delays and the singles that didn't really hit as much, despite the feature run that was good. I remember somebody comparing her to Snoop Dogg at one point, saying like her feature run is insane. I just feel like it's lost some of its anticipation. Like, I feel like that's was kind of got my eyebrow up a little bit too. It's like, is that anticipation still there? I don't think it's there as much. But I am gonna listen. I'm a listen.
Of course.
Um,
Always
but
gonna listen, but she can't. I hope it's a good body of work. That's all I'm gonna say.
do we like outside? Outside niggas love it outside. Mm.
Ironically, I have not heard that song, so I couldn't even sing. Don't judge me.
Just for free zone.
No, for me, nah, for me though, I just it really wasn't hitting as much as it was. I mean, I get the hook in the lines, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you want to be outside, that's your outside song. But it's not something that's like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna be real with you. Bodak Yellow, when Cardi first came out with Bodak Yellow, the hunger in her voice. Every rapper has that song where you could just tell, like, okay, you was hungry when you first came out. Like Bodak Yellow is a classic to me. We could stamp that in hip hop history as one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. I'm not putting it in a top 5, but I'm gonna say one of the greatest. You know what
No,
I'm
it is.
saying?
It is. It is. Even the way it rolled out. I remember she had came to NYU to speak right
Mm-hmm.
before it dropped. And it was so interesting because certain people were confused on why she had a certain buzz at the time in the room. And I was grateful to be in the room and hear her say, like, I'm actually grateful to be in here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's some people that think I shouldn't be in this room, but I'm glad I am. And I'm glad that people who are from my community are able to be here as well. And I feel like a couple like weeks later, the snippet dropped. Like, remember being on Instagram and seeing her in it was like a closet or something, like, and hearing that go off, I was like, you got to drop this immediately. Like, I was at her on Twitter. No, literally, y'all, this was a hip hop moment. I was at Twitter. I'm like, you have to drop this. I just felt it. Like, and I feel like y'all know this too. Like, you know a hit when you hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit was going to skyrocket to becoming like, didn't she like meet a record with Lauryn Hill when Bodak Yellow dropped, like, or something like that? It hit so many records, but yeah, that was a moment. I agree. That is one of the greatest hip hop songs. I don't care. Debate me if you want. It is. It's
Debate
up
your
there.
mama.
Like,
Shit.
it is. And then it kept coming too. Like, she didn't stop. Like, right after that, I think we had got like a verse on the G-Eazy record or something like that. And it was just like, wait, hold on.
Fuck it,
Like,
then I get some money. Hey, fuck it,
yes,
then I get some money.
yes. Like, it just
Yes.
kept
Even
going.
on motorsport. Even
Yep.
on motorsport, to me, I felt like she had a good verse on that too. Like, even though they was beefing, and I hated that beef, honestly. I
Yeah.
felt like I'm never gonna get into it because I don't even need them niggas attacking me. But yeah, as
'Cause
far as
then
Cardi, I just we'll see. We'll see.
yeah. Then they gave her musical brother Bruno. I wonder who they gonna give her this time.
That is her musical brother. That please me,
I know that
better.
record was so good.
They
Yes.
had some hits.
Yeah.
How many more songs they got besides that?
They got what's that one song? It's like a New Jack Swing type of thing. You
That's
got
Oh,
Queenie.
Top Dot Porsche. No. Yes, Finesse. Oh yeah. He's on the remix though. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah. It's dripping in finesse or something.
Yes, Finesse. You're right. 2 songs, 2 for 2.
Oh, Bruno. He's somebody else that ain't really found his niche back.
Who?
But
That little Coke boy? I mean,
What?
we love you, Bruno.
we love you.
We love you, but we know you off that white girl because the way you be going, brother. Jesus. I cannot. Anyways, y'all. What else we got on the docket? Oh shit. Did we do the Apple Music top stream songs of the decade?
Yeah. Well, we
Oh.
could go through. We talked about the Drake ones, the Drake songs.
Okay, because it's not all about him.
We can say the full list.
So Apple Music, they did 100 top stream songs because they celebrated their 10-year anniversary. No, was it 10 years? I'm lying. Decade. What the fuck am I talking about? You know who I got confused with? Low-key. Shout out to Low-key. It was his 10-year anniversary at Apple. But Apple Music themselves came out with a playlist of 100 most streamed songs over the decade or whatever. And the top 10 list that they came up with, I know number 1 for sure is Ed Sheeran. What's that song? I'm in love with the shape of you. Shout out to Candy Burrs, y'all. Candy be getting this motherfucking money.
Okay.
Getting this money. First of all, I didn't even know she gets credited because
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, because of the melody in the shape of you. And I was listening to it. I'm trying to figure out if I could hear it, but I guess you can kind of hear it a little bit. It's supposed to be after No Scrubs, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So shout out to Candy Burrs. She is always collecting motherfucking checks. Number 2 was Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. Number 3 was God's Plan by Drake. Number 4 was Sunflower. I don't know who the artist is.
Sunflower, I think that's that Sway Lee. That's that Spider-Man song.
Okay.
They love
Yes.
that.
Rockstar, Post Malone, and 21 Savage. One Dance, Drake, Wizkid, and the girl, I forgot her name. Sickle Mode, Travis Scott, and Drake again. Perfect. I don't know. It's just the list. I don't know who's these names supposed to be. Who the fuck is Perfect? I don't know.
Ed Sheeran.
Oh, damn.
Or Ed Sheeran. I don't know how you say his name.
I be saying Shireen. I be saying Shireen too. No Guidance, Drake. Damn. Drake and Chris Brown again. Wow, the two. Oh, never mind. And bad guy, Billie Eilish, aka Big Pun.
It's Shereen. It's crazy.
Eshery.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I hate you, Jasmine.
Nah, that's mad funny though, because Ed Sheeran.
That's his name, okay?
My bad, my bad, my bad. Okay.
Oh,
Woo, okay.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I don't be knowing these white people names.
That's a fact. That's a
I'm
fact.
Wow, when there's something how they do us. Oh my God.
July 4th, bitch.
Here's your July 4th is crazy. Oh shit. Okay. But yeah, y'all, that's the Apple Music's top stream songs of the decade. Okay. So shout out to that. So apparently, right? I don't know about y'all, but for me personally, I am not downloading a new app on
Nope.
my phone for social media.
Nope.
Wait,
I'm
why you
not
say that? What
I'm
happened?
not doing that because apparently, the US is on their rampage of controlling us any way necessary. TikTok is going to be rolling out a brand new app called
Oh, boy.
M2 for US users only. So this is supposed to be coming out for a September launch of this year, and it will shut down the current TikTok app that we all
Wow.
have in March of 2026. And users will have to download the new one to keep access to the platform. So,
I just feel like this is another power play, and I don't feel like we're getting another app for real.
Right?
Because we already went through this.
that day was so crazy. Everybody was posting their videos, their goodbye videos. Niggas was mad emotional,
Then
having
had the shit
full
the next
breakdowns.
day. Like it's not going anywhere, y'all. It's
It's
not.
okay. I saved everything. TikTok is now under my control. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. You can still post your TikTok and your dances. Don't worry. Like,
And your
nigga,
dances.
nigga became the savior. And it's so crazy. Like, this is nuts. But yeah, if this is true, honestly, I am not downloading
I'm
another
not either. I'm
app.
with you. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna protest for real this time. No, but for real, I'm really not downloading a new app because I just think it's nonsense. We have bigger fucking issues to worry about in this world besides TikTok. You thinking of developing another app for us? It's just you trying to control the media as always, and niggas is not having it. That's just what it is. So I'm done with this. I'm actually done with X, to be honest, too. Like, all of these social media apps just seem like they're overflowing with negativity. And it's obviously because of the climate that we're truly in politically, like you've been saying earlier, Jazz. Like, it's a lot of fuck shit going on, and it's literally just pouring into, these apps where people can be the biggest bigots and thugs and, you know what I'm saying, racists and just misogynists and predators and all this other fucking freak shit, and they could do it willingly because they're behind a keyboard and nobody could really check them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that I'm not finna entertain.
Yes, it's so bad that it has, and I'm glad is the perfect segue for this next topic that I'll keep it short, but it's so bad that it has literally penetrated the core of what Love Island is supposed to be. Let me be
Ugh.
clear. It is so exhausting this season how toxic and manipulative some of the cast members are. That's one thing. That's one layer to it. The most unique thing and what makes Love
Unique.
Island great is that, like, because Love Island, in my opinion, is that next level of reality television, because I do feel like reality television was kind of hitting like a peak wall where it's just like, what's next? Whereas now, that's why you see people kind of calling Love Island or saying like my villa, my winner, and treating people like Sims, because it's like we actually can be like evolved. And I know other like reality shows have tried to do this as well. However, I don't think none of them have done it as successful as Love Island. And I think Love Island also is one of the first to really become a pop cultural phenomenon as it has become like now. Shout out to our girl, DJ Miss Milan, first, because she got her shout out on the Heartbeat episode. So y'all heard it when Ava Shelley was walking through. If you didn't, you need to go rewind it. It's between episode 21 to 25. It's there. I was jumping up and screaming. I was eating, and like when it came through, I like paused. I was like, what? I rewinded it. Like, sorry, I had a moment like, girl, that soundbite is being heard over by millions of people. So just saying. I thought that was a great moment. But I also think what's happening this season is a reflection of our political climate. I had a tweet prepared about this, but to your point, Milan, I've really disconnected from Twitter. I just share at this point. I share, I retweet, I share my music, I share my picture, and I go. I don't
That's
really
how you have to do it,
engage.
though.
Yeah, it's way too exhausting for me. Like, it's beyond toxic. It's exhausting. Like, I get like depleted sometimes when I read certain things. So I have to really like maneuver it in a very unique way, especially with this season of Live Island. And I love that more people have started to talk about it too, because it's become such a unique talking
Phenom.
point. The messiness of it this season, it's like it's never gone here. And I think a lot of it has, yes, the cast is one thing, but 50 to 65% of Love Island is also us. So you got this new wave of fans that have become very, very, in my opinion, mirroring like what we're seeing in our political office. Like, they're manipulative. They're not really choosing things based off of love. It's like a popularity contest, who they feel like they can align with the most. Like, and it's really sickening because it's taken away what the show is truly about and invited in a lot of like racism, colorism too, that on a large scale that I don't think we've seen before. And I had a tweet prepared where I was going to say, I feel like this season is the voting season around this season is very reminiscent of like post-Obama election, if you feel what I'm coming from. Like, because last season we were so happy to see Serena and Cordell. It's almost as if like this season is getting like a pushback to that. Like, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. That's what it feels like. It feels a little like, oh no, I want to see them niggas win. That's what it's giving. I don't know. It's an interesting season, but shout out to Milan for getting that soundbite, because I was just because they could have played any version of Alter Ego, but the fact that they played that one, I'm sorry, that was just chef kiss.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, those are the Love Island updates. You know, I hope my Love Island watchers are staying strong out there, because woo, it is. It's a heavy season this season, but I'm hoping we are finally wrapping this up.
Do you watch The Island of Love, y'all?
No, I actually don't watch that. I don't know, like something about it, I just could never get into it. Like I watch it, and there's no shade to anybody who does watch it, but the few episodes I have seen, it's just like, why am I watching this? I don't care.
I've only watched the previous season with Serena and Cordell for the first time, to be completely honest with you. And I had liked that season. And of course, they became like the fan favorites and, America's sweethearts or whatever you want to call it. But outside of that, I have not gotten into this new season myself, just because like you said, no disrespect to anybody that does watch it. I just feel like I don't want to see number one, niggas like doing freak shit.
It just looked like a freak off on television. Like, what the fuck is we watching?
It does. This season
what are we watching?
Each other, pouring shit in each other's mouth. Like,
every time I see a clip, I just be like,
yeah, like, okay, this is what y'all like. Why? I mean, and there's no judgment. Let me not even frame it like that and say, this is what y'all like watching, but I'm judging.
Yeah.
No, me personally, for my taste in my household, I don't want to see that shit, because it's just something that just doesn't
not
align
intriguing for me. Yeah,
with me personally.
I don't really care for that.
Yeah, if this, for those listening, if this is your first season of Love Island, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, on behalf of PPG, Serena, and Cordell in the amazing last season. And see, that's the thing. I think the producers also because last season was so impactful and just culturally like explosive, like to the point that they even got a spinoff, like that cast
Yeah.
has their own spinoff. I think what happened is I really
They
think
try
they
to
went
recreate
into
the wheel.
yes, I think they tried to, and what happens is it's just like we're seeing the results of inauthenticity. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, there's like 4 cast members that are solid. It's just like I'm glad y'all got them, but you can literally tell everything else is molded after last season, and it's like that was reality TV gold. It's like you can only get a Nene Leaks once. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
you cannot get that again, and it's like you can't get the magic of that season in a newer way, because what you're going to get is a disaster like this.
And you know what's crazy? This is actually very comparable to Love is Blind.
Mm, mm,
When you think
yes.
of the way that Love is Blind has kind of derailed into a bullshit ass show. And then granted, it's still entertaining to watch because I don't think it's become like chaos, but it's disingenuous. And I think when we first started watching it, it was very genuine, and you could tell these people were really in it for love.
Yeah.
And now it's just become this like cloud chasing thing where it's like half of these couples, like, you don't need, like, you could tell they just here to get followers on Instagram. Like, they don't give a fuck about this shit. And it makes the show boring because it's like, we know that this isn't going anywhere. Like, we're not even watching it for love because these people don't even like each other.
But you know what? To that point too, Jan, this has been a conversation happening amongst like OG reality TV stars too. Because I also watched The Challenge, and that's one of my favorite shows of all the time. Because I was a Real World Road Rules girly. So I still watch MTV's The Challenge. And a lot of them even say when they're bringing on new challengers, it's just like, and we're seeing it with the Real Housewives of Atlanta with Brie Edie. It's like, why and this goes to production. I'm talking to production. Why do y'all keep trying to hire these want-to-be TikTok influencers? It's almost even now with the casting, it's like y'all created some imaginary metrics. Like, okay, well, in order to cast them, they got to have this amount of followers. And I think that's what's also making a lot of like reality television.
It's not authentic.
Like, yeah. Like, it's like the beauty.
You know, niggas is just wanting to get on just to be famous or get a check or some shit. It's not like when the Real World first came out, like, yeah, niggas was young, but that was like a first sense of like the first real reality TV where it's like people who don't know each other are literally gathering in one house, living together and figuring that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now you just got people who, like you said, have this certain amount of following. They get on reality TV and it just boosts up their following. There's no incentive, honestly, for them to even be authentic.
Yeah. And it's almost like now the producers are like playing into their social media. And it's like, no, baby, you're not supposed to do that. Like, what are we doing here? So I don't know. It's interesting the climate that we're in overall. I think with just TV film production. Yeah.
AI, all this bullshit.
AI. Like,
It's a fucking lot. It's a fucking lot, bro. I'm tired of shit.
But y'all, you know what time it is? Time for them set lists.
Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Bop, bop. Okay.
Who going first?
I go first.
Yeah,
Y'all want
girl.
Oh, Jazzy better go first. Okay.
I like that energy.
Yes. Okay, for my set list this week, ladies, I'm gonna go with the music first. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Tip remix because I feel like Shensia killed that, like body that. If you haven't seen it, please go check out the clip, the video, the IG reel. She is giving Jamaican Queen. But that is the first song. EP, I'm gonna go Jid. Shout out to Jid. Jid just put out an EP right before his album, and he got some features on there. Is it Slack? I be saying Slack, Black, Big Black. Eminem is on it. And I think it's a pretty cute appetizer before we get the full shebang. Jid always goes in, so I'm excited about that. And this pick, it's interesting because I wanted this to be my Black Music Month pick, but I also think this person kind of deserves a flower right now. I can't go nowhere without hearing the song. I even found myself doing the dance. Shout out to Pluto. I'm gonna have to put that pull your skirt up. I'm gonna have to throw that pull your skirt up on the set list. And I just like having them. I like the between Pluto and the girl that got the fairy song. She was a
The
fairy. Like,
fairy.
yeah. Shout out to our black girls taking over TikTok. So I'm gonna shout out Pluto. My good friend, Michelle, shout out to Michelle because not only is she my friend, she is a professional. She is the College Strategic Partnerships Director for Universal Music Group. And
Yeah.
she is getting married this weekend, her and Dorian, and I will be there. So shout out to them. It's going to be a very, very dope wedding. And I just want to show them some love. She is a very hard worker. Her and Dorian have been doing amazing promo for this wedding, and I'm so excited. My lover girl, chief lover girl hat will be on. I will be there reporting, and yeah, shout out to them. And my last thing that I have on my set list is actually a Netflix documentary called America's Sweetheart, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And I think
Yeah, I have to watch
people
that.
Yes, yes, it is so good. I think people should check it out. As someone who was a cheerleader myself, like for half of like my preteen and teen life, I definitely felt inspired. It resonated as well. Like the whole core art of cheerleading is, building team morale, making sure people feel loved, cheered, heard, seen. And I feel like sometimes we underestimate the grueling challenges that like cheerleaders even go through. Like I know for me, even when I was in high school cheerleading and being a part of the kick line and the dance team, like we had to do two-a-days with the boys. Like if they was outside doing two-a-days for football, so were we. Like just as much of a grueling practice and things. And I think this documentary is really good. They really explore what it takes for Black cheerleaders to even explore this space, like for our hair, our makeup. And because of this
Sheesh.
documentary and a lot of the fights that these cheerleaders have taken, there has been a 400% pay raise.
I heard that. That's
Yes.
congratulations. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And shout out to our girl Jill Marie from she played Tony.
Girlfriends.
Yes, on Girlfriends. If you haven't seen it, she's also been a really key creator and marketing tool for this. Netflix has strong Black lead has been kind of using her voice and her story to kind of help get the narrative out there as well. She shared her journey as a Black Dallas Cowboy cheerleader as well. For those who don't know, she was one, and I just think it's impactful. I love seeing like Black culture being told from so many different angles, and I don't think Black cheerleaders get enough, shine, love for what they contribute to just the overall appeal aesthetic of like girlhood culture in general.
Yeah.
So that's my set list, ladies.
Okay.
Milan.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna go next. Same thing here as Jazz starting it off with Jid. I definitely was feeling his project GDLU. I'm not sure exactly what that means, if that's a new word, the kids and the acronyms, but listen, it was definitely a vibe. Jid definitely can rap, so shout out to him. Lizzo, surprisingly, I enjoyed some of her project, My Face Hurts from Smiling. The two songs that I did like the most, of course, was the one that she had been introducing, Still Can't Fuck, and In Real Life with SZA. That's a fire ass bop. That song is definitely like a the most fire song on the project to me. Justine Sky and Kate Trinata, Ooh La La La. I really like that vibe. I like that, sound for Justine Sky, and I want to see a lot more from her. I thought the girl was like really cute and talented, but it was just something that never was sticking, for her. But hopefully this new go round, this new sound, this new everything that she's doing, you know what I'm saying? We can see a lot more coming from Justine Sky. Artists by the name of Annie Tracy and Leon Thomas dropped a single called Catching Feelings together, which is such a beautiful song. Tiana Taylor, listen, I was literally taking a nice hot ass shower. I had my Spotify shuffle playlist going on, and I was like, who the hell is this? This song is so good. I look it up. It's Tiana Taylor, Bed of Roses. She dropped a new single, and I believe she's dropping a project soon as well. So You know me, I'm all for the girls leaving a toxic nigga and getting it right. Okay. So, Tiana, we look forward to hearing this brand new Roses. To me, is already fire. Now, Jan, you're going to have to help me out. I don't know how to say his name. Is it Elahay? Elhay?
It's LA.
LA. Oh,
Right.
y'all know
Yeah,
what
I
it
actually just learned that recently. I thought it was El Hey, but it's LA.
Okay, LA. Y'all are y'all unique ass names. LA and Amber dropped a song called I Choose You. Super beautiful song. Really love the R&B vibes that's going on for those that don't think R&B is alive and well. Amare, if I'm saying her name correctly, she also dropped a project, but one of my favorite songs that I definitely am feeling is called SMO. Beat is fucking sick. Shout out to this artist by the name of Deontay Hitchcock. He has a song called OnlyFans from his project that he dropped as well too. I really, really fuck with this song a lot. It's super dope. And last but not least, Young Nudie. He has a good song called BTA out. Really feeling these vibes very much so. And what I've been watching, I was on a 9-hour flight, so I had some time to dive into some movies. Two movies that I really enjoyed, I would have to put on my set list this week would be Gladiator. Super dope movie. Really, really enjoyed that a lot. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all are really homophobic because they were making such a big deal about Denzel Washington allegedly having some kissing scenes or whatever. There's nothing like that happens in Gladiator. Okay. He's just very flirtatious and he mentions that he likes to dibble and dabble in both the pussy and the bussy. So they don't show it though. But, anyways, it doesn't matter. Like I said, Gladiator was a really, really good movie. Also, Wicked, shout out to Cynthia and Ariana Grande. Definitely love that movie very much so. I know there has to be another part two. The movie, you could take the message for what it is, but Cynthia being a green witch, I already knew she was a black woman. Okay, in that movie. The op was Ariana, the little white girl who always was so passive and pick me ish. She was the biggest op in the motherfucking movie, but I really did enjoy it. And that's my set list for this week.
I also wanted to say, because you brought up Beyonce, he actually got engaged, I want to say a day or two ago. So shout out to
Yes.
him. I saw that on the time. I thought that was dope.
We're love.
Okay, love is in the air.
On my set list this week, very random, but sour Skittles gummies. I didn't know they had gummies, and them
Ooh.
shits is mad good. So the last time I went to Walmart, I seen them on the shelf. So I got the original. So they have the regular Skittles gummies. I got the wild berry bag, and then I got the sour Skittles gummies. And bitch, them shits is fire.
Ooh.
But anyway, on to the music. Dario Amont, hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. He is an R&B singer slash reggaeton singer. He put out this song in May that I just stumbled on called Romeo y Julieta. It is a reggaeton slash R&B slash Afrobeat song. It's just fucking fire. I actually been playing that shit all weekend. It samples Brandy. I can't remember off the top of the dome right now what song it is, but it's a Brandy sample with reggaeton drums, and it shit is fire. Definitely think with the right push, that song is definitely gonna do numbers, and he's been pushing it pretty heavily. So I hope that song takes off for him. Shout out to him. Eric Roberson dropped a song called Over You, Under You. It is giving me Maxwell feels. I actually posted if I had to be in my A&R bag respectfully. I'm wondering why that wasn't passed off to Maxwell, to be honest, because I feel like that is squarely a Maxwell song, and I think Maxwell would have floated all over that. Either way, great song. Um, on the hip hop side, I swear Vizo dropped a song. I don't think it's brand new, but I know it came out in June called Trophy. It's been in heavy rotation.
Yes.
That song is so good. Oh my God. Like, yes, nigga. I need my nigga to feel like that. Clearly Ray also dropped We Time. Really love that. And she kind of reminds me of Dave Loaf on the track. Brian Witherspoon, shout out to my boy. He has a new song called Boricua. That's what it's short for those who don't know. Shout out to my Puerto Ricans. But Funk Flex has been spinning that shit heavily on radio. So shout out to him. Proud of him for that. He's definitely been working really, really hard to get his music in rotation. So I'm glad he really got one with that. Definitely a summer track. And then on the all R&B side, there's an artist. I want to say it's Anais. I might be saying her name wrong, but she just dropped a song called Deuce Deuce that I really, really like. And then lastly, on the legislative side, the last thing I wanted to point to was this now law called the HITS Act that has just been passed by Trump. And it's been in limbo for 5 years. It's now law, and the act lets indie artists, songwriters, and labels deduct up to $150,000 in music production costs the year that they spent the money. So this all expenses up to the limit tied to the creation and recording of music qualify for the deduction, and this includes payments to producers, engineering costs, instrumentation, session musicians, DAW, licenses, recording equipment, studio rentals, and more. When we post our graphic for this, I'll share the link because I think a lot of y'all, the artists who follow us, should definitely tap in and just read up on it and learn what that means for them. But in light of all the bullshit that Trump is doing, I think that was one of the highlights of the week, seeing that law get passed. And that is my set list.
Hey, fire set list this week, y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Yes.
I can't wait to check out y'all options too.
Yes. We did that.
Did that. Okay. Now,
Oh, I'm sad.
another episode down the drain. Thank you guys for always supporting us. Make sure. Wait. Why the hell are you sad?
Because we have to go. I really enjoy this.
See, if Trey Songz wasn't such a fucking creep, I could sing that song, but fuck him. We definitely appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the Reasonable Dialogue podcast. As always, make sure you follow each of us on our social media as well as the Reasonable Dialogue page. Make sure that you are liking, sharing, and commenting on our episodes. Let us know how you feel about them. What you also want us to also discuss, we also will be tapping in with our communities on our spaces when we definitely can. So make sure you follow the Reasonable Dialogue page on Instagram and on Twitter. And definitely stay Black, stay alive, stay cultural. Stay alive, do the best that you can. And yeah, man, that's all I motherfucking got for y'all niggas, because my eyes is burning. I'm tired.
Hey,
Y'all niggas ain't got to go home, but y'all gotta get the fuck out of here.
And take that nasty ass mac and cheese that you got from the 4th of July with you and throw that food out. It's old. It's done. Talking about keeping the food past 3 days. You niggas are nasty. Anyways, y'all, we out of here. Till next time. Bye.
Bye. Be reasonable. Be nice.
Yeah, I like that. Be reasonable.
Yo, what up? It's Jason Kia.
It's DJ Miss Milan.
And it's Young Sweet.
We want to thank you for tuning into the Reasonable Dialogue podcast. For more updates and to follow us on social media, be sure to go to our website, reasonableddialogue.com.
Pussy.
Thanks.